Green. On the other side, you got Jackson, Kennard, Zubac, Morris, and PG. Spurs. First thing first, got to get this game underway and see if the Rockets can bounce back after that 0-4 road trip here. Jackson taking Smith off the dribble. Zubac had 16 and 12 in LA. In fact, that's what he's averaging against the Rockets going back to last season. Very underrated big man in the league. He fumbled that one away.
The Rockets still struggle with length and size, especially without Bruno Fernando, who brings a really great.
Jackson ends up blocking Porter from behind, but the Rockets still have it. Rockets need to get Jalen Green going. His little floater made a living out of hitting some tough shots. That game-winning shot the other night was a real tough shot. A little pocket pass into Jackson. He misses, but there's a whistle.
The Rockets have to communicate their guard-to-guard switching here, so you should be screaming that out. And you know, either Porter has to stay or Jalen has slips.
So Şengün with the foul. The Clippers to the free throw line for the first time. I mentioned this the other night, so I'll mention it again as Jackson 6 3-point shooting. The Clippers as a team have really struggled from three to start the year, just 30% as a group. And initially,
listen, man, we have seen 110% out of Garuba here.
Porter got fouled. It counts.
Really need this. Arguably the best Rocket on the season so far, and living in that mid-range. Craig, you talked about it earlier. The
Shop.com. It's a 5-point game. The Rockets, frankly, were left for dead to start. They were down 18, and they were playing lifeless. And then the bench came in, spearheaded by Usman Garuba. And here we go, brand new ball game as the man is able to find Jackson open in the corner. He misses, but then it's a 3-point spread.
I love that face-up shot for Jabari. I don't think anyone can guard him with his length.
Foul shot by Matthews. Now to Coffey. Swings it to Jackson. His three is up and off the back of the rim. High for the rebound goes Smith. But believe it or not, the Rockets have a chance to tie it on this trip. Porter into the paint. Man on him.
You got to space. You got to stay wide.
And that's a foul. That's a foul on Smith.
Maybe get Şengün a touch. He was really good against Zubac when he did have fouls.
Back to Şengün to the rim, and that will count. And tying the game up to take the lead. The Clippers now with a little bit of breathing room.
The Rockets here, you got to keep playing with energy and effort. You know,
he has hit one against the Rockets in the 2 games here in back-to-back cities. Now 0 of 9 combined as Reggie Jackson 3 against the Rockets this year. Şengün will pulse him up. There's the help, but it came a little bit too late for him to react and let us know your thoughts on that as we move along here tonight. So this group for the Rockets did not begin the ball game well at all. They need a better start in the third quarter, and it begins with a miss on that corkscrewing attempt by Jalen Green, and believe it or not, Gordon. Another chance for the Rockets to get the lead as they had briefly at the end of the first half. Wide open is Kevin Porter, and that one is no good. George into the lane, stripped, scooped up by Smith.
defense here for the Rockets, and see if you can make Moses Brown more of a liability than an asset. Ball and creating action.
Eric Gordon still scoreless, now 0-3 from the floor. Jackson, and he's able to, was not to his liking.
He worked on that all shoot around ball. The weak side is going to have to be there for those rolls with Brown.
Smith over Brown. No. Here comes George ahead of his team. To Brown, inside on Smith, drops it. So then that certainly turned around the fortunes
I thought that
of this franchise. Social night, by the way. Social night question.
I would say the hard deal is probably one of the most underrated, couldn't be seen deals in
Jalen.
Yeah, Paul George going to pick up Jalen Green, saying, man, enough is enough.
Eric Gordon turned back by Brown, finds an open Green corner three, no.
Sheet up, and we talked about loading to the ball, letting someone know where their help is. Don't leave anyone alone against Paul George.
Şengün for Porter, open up top of three, no.
Keep taking that shot. That'll be there all day.
Not 9 points, but a +9. But it was his rebounding and his energy. Had 4 rebounds, an assist, and a half a dozen points. Kicked away. Green gets it back. Now across the Knicks, who does come in and gives KPJ a breather. His skip pass almost
together, the more comfortable everyone gets, and that includes Alpine, guys.
All right, thank you, Vanessa. Big bucket for Powell, 3. Porter turned back by Jackson, needs some help, and ends up throwing it away. Wasted offensive possession for the Rockets.
Yeah, you have to cut, move when you see the.
Oh, there was a Green and George, all with 20 plus in the game. Paul George 24 to lead all the scores.
Free throw.
That's a good sign because he's 10 of 11 at the line in this game.
Good defense, got to load up.
He came into the league in Turkey, was really good at the foul line. George again.
Alp has to be careful. He's got those fouls, and I think Paul George knows it. Oh, goodness.
Bad pass to right to Jackson. There's Morris. That hurt. Bad turnover. 3 more points for Morris. Clipped one of the strangest trips, again, that I can remember in terms of geography, and none of the cities being anywhere near the other one.
Beat him. Beat him.
Rockets going to have to put together several consecutive quality possessions to give themselves a chance. Şengün down the baseline to the rim, passed up the 3. Wow. Both of those were not close. Green on Morris. Oh, no look. Whipped it inside the